Hi everyone, this is LAR Games, and today I'm watching episode 8 of Zoids. Last episode was less than enjoyable, in my opinion. So hopefully this one's gonna be much better. But yeah, let's get into it. Well, now that makes the title more interesting, or more, it makes more sense, since it's called Invasion of the Fierce Tigers. You'd think it'd be more comfortable to be inside of the Zoids during this. This feels like a Scooby-Doo episode. I feel there's probably somebody with like a microphone and a speaker somewhere. You really chose a good time for this speech with the lightning. Oh, well, okay. I guess he didn't need a speaker. His voice is just that booming. The voice is quite different now. Part of the title is also transformed to Zero Schneider, so as long as it isn't Rob Schneider, it should be fine. Alright, I guess it makes more sense now that it doesn't stay as one particular thing because now there's different configurations. Then again, is there any reason not to keep it as the quick one and then switch out when you need to? Because that's just a plain upgrade from the regular, right? Good thing they have Stormtrooper aim. Uh, Not again. What? Did it run out of battery? I feel this is the first time they show him not being really good at it, but they seem to be acting as like he does this all the time. And I guess they've used this multiple times before, just off screen for some reason. I'm glad to see more cities again. Yeah, that's probably for the best. She's not exactly stable. Uh, he was right in front of you. How does that happen? Is that supposed to be an insult? Even I forgot about them. They're being they're being really easily taunted. They're not even really good insults. You could have just said some creepy guy because he was pretty creepy. Are they gonna pull something out of a hat here? Uh, a storm? I feel if some of the effect is somehow controlling the weather, then that's a lot more significant than something that can just be applied to Zoid battles, especially considering the incredibly arid, like, landscape that I'm gonna assume the entire planet is like. It does really seem that the weather's a big part of it. Well, everything is broadcasted. It should be pretty obvious that there's a storm every single time they fight. Oh, what a surprise! They really took that pretty hard. I wonder what happened to that guy that was like in the team in the beginning. I would have preferred him to stay rather than Brad because I do not like Brad. Oh, so I do have to say that her current Zoid is much better than her old one. I like it a lot more. Yeah, yeah. That's actually like a really cool looking like stormy cloud effect. Well, not that one, but the one that we saw before. Oh, makes sense. But again, this technology I feel would be much more beneficial in general than just Zoid battles. Unless they're not really clouds and just like smoke or something. There's a giant lightning bolt gonna come out of that. That's what I feel is gonna happen. Oh, a tornado? Oh, yep, multiple tornadoes. Uh, that can't be good for the machinery. I wonder what Brad's name is in Japanese. Yeah, you should have said that a long time ago. Well, they're gonna have to make a new one of those. What? That's not how that works. Since it's technically the first time I see this transformation, I'm gonna keep it. But I really am considering just skipping all these transformations because they're the same every time, and I feel like there's no real point to watching them every single time. Unless you guys don't want me to, in which case I'll leave it in. But I do want to hear like your thoughts on maybe skipping through these repetitive scenes because there's really nothing to comment on or nothing new to see every time we see these. They're just like filler, like padding time. It's worse than like magical girl transformation scenes because they last much longer. I'm at the point where like every time I see Brad, I'm like, eh, but when he actually like right now, I'm like, yes, he lost. Even though he's supposedly one of, I mean, he's definitely one of the good guys, technically. Uh, I don't like him very much. I still don't understand his logic. How does he think like anything on the Zoid will be able to cut through wind? I mean, that does make more sense, but I still question Bit's logic. If it can still operate when the majority of the machine is broken, then what's the point of almost the entire machine? I feel like the pod could be much smaller in that case. You know, one thing that does really bug me so far is that considering most of the wins have been like almost entirely, like 99.9% of every single win has been because of Bit, at least the ones that we've seen on screen. I feel like his team members don't value him as much as they should. And it's not like there's much interaction between the team members in general anyway, which is a bit disappointing. I guess we're seeing him again soon. I like the design of his ship though. It looks like a giant shark. I feel that a lot of like the bad guys in this series are kind of like every single one of them is like Team Rocket. They're all like, "We'll get you next time. We're blasting off again." Like almost every single one of them. There's like mysterious organizations. There's gangs. There's uh, well, now there's this like main, not main, but like a singular bad guy who has some sort of vendetta. Uh, and I'm sure we're gonna be seeing him again as well. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's like the norm for every single bad guy. Because it's not like they're gonna die, so they're just gonna come back at some point because their grudges just keep getting bigger. Um, I do think the new like add-ons on the Zoid or on Zoid looks pretty good, at least compared to the other one. I feel the colors are nicer. Though again, I really don't understand why anything that they would put on the Zoid would be able to go through a cyclone when it couldn't before. That made no sense to me. Like, at first I thought like he meant like cut through the cyclone like and like dissipated somehow, and that made no sense to me. But like, in retrospect, he did mean kind of like managed to get through it to get to the Zoid behind it that was making the cyclones in the first place. But even then, I feel like just changing parts shouldn't be able to make it go through it if it wasn't able to before. Um, yeah, fun episode as usual. The last episode not counted among those. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.